Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to episode 9 of this Let's Play Civilization 6 as Barbarossa of Germany. And having just been loading the game just now, I noticed for the first time that the introduction text changes depending on what era you're playing in. So now that we are Renaissance, it was talking about muskets and howitzer fire and things like that, which was pretty cool, rather than saying, can you stand the test of the ages of time? No, it was actually talking about the era you are currently playing in, which I thought was really cool. I had not noticed that before. I don't usually pay attention to the loading screen and just kind of wander off and make some tea or something. This time I was actually watching it. I'm quite impressed. I thought it was kind of a cool touch. Anyway, in the last episode, Kamianka Diprovska finally fell to the mighty German armies, and we have made peace with the Scythians. We also established the city of Trier down here on the border because the Americans have managed to settle us and build Boston. I think we are basically out of settlement area now. We have these little tiles over there which someone might try and be very, very sneaky and steal. The only thing that we would lose if they did would be the incense. And that would basically be a guaranteed declaration of war as well. In much the same way as them having built the city over there was for me as well, because I wanted the tea. Anyway, let's end the turn. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not going to settle next to you again, because there's no more space next to you. Tomiris has finished Mont Saint-Michel. I've been there. It's quite an impressive structure. It's really cool how as the tide rises, it becomes an island, but when it goes again, you have this little causeway you can walk across. Your military leaders carefully follow the progress of your aqueduct. They see new ways to use these engineering skills. Cool. Okay, so Frankfurt has just built a trader, I want to say. We could build another one, or we could get the workshop. I think we want to get the workshop. And then quite probably the university. And Cologne has built the aqueduct. We could get you a granary, although you now have some space to expand into. So let's get the library and begin getting a little more technological progress. Why can't you fortify? I don't know. That was weird. Fortify. Okay, the fortify button's not working. Right, this is a catapult. Strength when defending, strength versus district defenses. I think that's the one we want to go for because you are basically here to bomb stuff more than shooting enemy soldiers. You're anti-city, not anti-personnel. Really, the fortify button's just not working. Fantastic. Okay, and you are going to build me that plantation so we can start getting some more amenities. Trader from Frankfurt. We're making enough money so we can make this a different trade group. So you know what? I'm going to send you off to Trier. And go from there. Oh, for Pete's sake. Fortify! Right, who needs housing? Magdeburg needs housing. Can't do very much about that. And you are actually, no, you are building a granary. That will help a little bit. Heidelberg is in the same situation. And the other one, I'm not sure. Right, you fortify. You have got one build left, and you're going to get the camp. And then you are marching to here. And you can just fortify from there, and likewise you here. Fortify. Okay, Trier can go and trade with Berlin for the biggest food boost. What do we want trade? Now, I think right now we want, production, not trade. Food or production. We want production. So we're going to send you to Berlin. Well, you get a bigger boost from Berlin, even though it doesn't have the Hansa yet. That's interesting. Although actually Care Tempest doesn't either. We kind of want to get that as a matter of some priority. We also want to grab that before America does. Is there anything down here which is being threatened? Yes. That tile. And that is probably slightly more pressing. So we're going to go ahead and buy that one. And we'll go and have a look to see how much the tile up here is. 180. Alright. So Berlin has finished building an... what did you just finish building? Oh yeah, the Hansa. We could get a lighthouse for more food and gold. Or the workshop. Easy choice. And we have another trader in Cologne. I do wish it showed the previous route. I don't believe it does. Cologne, that was actually probably to Paris, which we don't necessarily need right now. I think I'm going to send you to Kamiaka. And you're going to grab me that. We could definitely do with a round of builders. We're lagging behind in that area. Oh, for Pete's sake, fortify. Don't know why that button's not working. Very annoying. Then in 3 turns we should have the money. America is industrial, but then we're only 2 turns away from industrial as well, so that's fine. Right, Kamiaka. Let's go to Berlin, I think. So actually, I see the route that would follow. I'm going to guess it's going to go like along here. I guess that's okay. And you can just fortify. I was thinking I could upgrade you, but no, I want to save the money. Who's up? Cologne has finished building the library. Let's have you get me a university. Yes, I think that'll be good. We have another envoy. Just send him to Brussels, as that is the only place I can send him to. Well, not even the suzerain. Huh. Next turn we get industrialization, which is lovely. Just finishing off a bunch of production, including workshops and libraries and universities. Encampment there, granary here. Like, our science has just gone through the roof since we started doing this.
I think the human race made a big mistake at the beginning of the Industrial Revolution. We leaped for the mechanical things. People need the use of their hands to feel creative.
We've just leapt ahead of everyone except for Saladin. Technologically, which is nice to see. Ruhr Valley is another one I would like. Plus 30% production in the city and plus 1 for each mine and quarry in the city. Must be built along a river adjacent to an industrial zone district with a factory. So we'll need to see where has the most mine potential. So I think that we are... I still want this one. We're still building the universities though. In fact, we can get these fairly quickly, both of them. So let's get military engineering so we can get the armory, so that we can build the armory so that we can get gunpowder more quickly. Right, Magdeburg. Let's get you to build me a factory. So you could also build me the harbour now. No, we're going to get factories first. Start really hammering away at the production. Okay, we can finally buy that tile. That's secured my road. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Could still really do with grabbing these. Okay, Heidelberg has a trade thingy. And I'm going to keep the one in Heidelberg. I'm going to continue sending you off to Berlin. Going all out production. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have 6 potential mines. You have far fewer. Is that mining? 1, 2, 3. You just have 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just 4. Mainz, however, has a couple more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're not on a river though. Okay, it has to be Berlin. Berlin's going to be the one that gets the Ruhr Valley. Once you've got the workshop, I think. Except no, you need a factory, don't you? Yes, and then we can get the Ruhr Valley. Okay, that sounds good to me. You can build walls. You are on a frontier, technically. No, I'd like you to be secure. Okay, good. We are still making a good amount of money, despite all of the production buildings that we are getting, which will be draining us of funds. The scientists hiking into the mountains for a sharper view of the heavens. Maybe a permanent facility would help. Let us call it a place to observe. An observatorium. How about that? Okay, so Care Tempest. Yeah, Care Tempest. Still hasn't got that freaking tile. How much is it? It's getting silly. 80. No, 180. 180. So we'll need to wait a little bit longer. In which case, traders or builders? Let's get 2 more traders and then builders. You are going to get me a factory. Yeah, you're denouncing me. I'm not surprised by that. I do, after all, have one of your cities. And I'm very, very close to you.
Dovreste prestare attenzione a ciò che accade d'intorno. Credetemi, vi sono fin troppi giochini che stanno avendo luogo.
And she doesn't like the fact that I don't have any spies, I assume. Okay, so you're still leaving some troops over there, which is ominous, but not a problem. I think I'm going to start shifting...
It's all papers and forms. The entire civil service is like a fortress, made of papers, forms, and red tape.
I'm going to start shifting some of my troops towards Tommy Iris. No, I don't want to change government, actually. Civic-wise, though, I think we do want the guilds. This is the one with the industrial zone and commercial hub, yeah. This is when our production and money is going to explode, which will be amazing. Okay, let's start shifting some of you guys towards where the enemy are. Of course, send the more advanced units. And swordsmen. Move you a bit closer to the center and we'll put you on a road. Where you will then fortify. Right, Berlin. Factory, for sure. And then Ruhr. Excellent. We can... Oh, wait. Does Ruhr have to be next to an industrial zone on a river? In which case that's not going to work.
The more science intervenes in warfare, the more will be the need for engineers in the field armies. In the late war, there were never enough sappers at any time.
Alright, so we can get the armory. We're now going to grab castles. Only 4 turns, because our science keeps on going up and up and up. Right, let me just double check what is required for the Ruhr. Where are you? Further up. Must be adjacent to an industrial zone. Must be adjacent to a river. Fortunately, our industrial zone's up here, not here. Which actually means Care Tempest. Except that's a commercial district. There's no river there. There's no rivers over there. I don't think we can get it. Oh, Ulm might be. Oh, Frankfurt. Ooh, Frankfurt might actually be a fairly good candidate. Your industrial district is there. That would be on a river. Yeah, we can build it right there. Haha! Okay, so Frankfurt's going to be the Ruhr Valley place. Speaking of that, that can be deleted. And you have got 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 hills. 5. Okay. Right, yes, you guys need to continue moving down towards the Scythians, just in case they decide to try something. You can stay where you are. You can come down. I just wanted to move you onto a road where we can leave you then. Okay, next turn. Onwards. So I really should write down Ruhr right there. Pin, add pin. F, Ruhr. Oh, for Pete's sake. F, Ruh. Marvellous. Whoops, no, don't add any more. Close that, because it's getting a bit big. Okay, Frankfurt, in the meantime, is going to build me a factory. And be pretty well positioned to actually get the Ruhr Valley. Excellent. Meanwhile, Mainz has also got its thing up and running. You can get me an industrial zone over here. Right. Let's continue moving these guys forwards. Scythians do still have some troops over on that border, which is why I'm not moving everyone away. But sufficient to make them think twice. Should probably go ahead and just buy those 2 tiles. Just to stop Boston. I mean, Boston can have that stuff. As long as it doesn't take that one, but nothing's really in danger of taking that one. Ooh, we could do with taking the iron. We could do with taking that. Just because of the extra production and stuff. So I think that we need to start spending some money up here in Mainz. I'm going to grab you, 185, it's expensive, and then 125 for that one. Alright, so be it. Right, onwards. Nope, you first. Got a nice number of ranged units there. 17 turns until the Ruhr Valley over here is done. Norway's making moves. But Norway is also trading with me. America wants some iron for other stuff. I don't want your open borders. I will happily take that. You're offering me a bunch less, but fine. I always want amenities. There was more gold per turn, which I guess outweighs the immediate money. Not that I really needed gold per turn, but whatever, it's fine. Right, Care Tempest. I believe that you were going to get me another trader. You have really good production, even though you don't have an industrial zone yet. It's quite amazing. Okay, Trier. Let's get you a monument so you can start expanding stuff on your own. My reinforcements are well on their way. Should have you stand aside. And we have another trader. Where do we want to send you? Mainz, possibly? Ulm. Ulm could definitely do with some help. So could Trier. I'm going to move you to Ulm. Poor old Ulm. Okay. France is trading with Arabia. So Arabia
Rocks
must
in
be...
my path, I keep them all.
Yeah,
With them, I shall build my castle.
Okay, so we can now get medieval walls, which is a nice little upgrade that we can do. We should do. In the meantime, we can get astronomy, which gives us another gives us a wonder, which gives us another diplo slot, which I'm not too interested in. When do we get our next university? 2 turns. So I think we're going to start researching printing, because we'll get the boost after a little time with that. Okay. And you are going to trade with Berlin, I think. Although it does give you less food. No, the better choice would actually be Frankfurt. Because that gives us more food and more production. So food-wise, your limit is what, 5? Oh, you're still okay. I'll send you to Frankfurt. Of course, because you're adjacent to these. Ooh, that's a thought. No, it's fine. I was going to say that's a thought. Like, these are going to be generating more stuff, so I want to start getting farms and things built around these, around here. Eureka! Your emerging guilds have plans that require a large influx of gold. Perhaps we can find a way to let them take out a loan.
Every man should make his son learn some useful trade or profession, so that in these days of changing fortunes, they may have something tangible to fall back upon.
And there we go. These are the policies I actually want. +2 culture for all rainforest tiles in this city. +1 production to all rainforest tiles in this city. Must be built in on rainforest. That's another one we could do with. Anyway, builders we're going to keep. I think we're actually going to get rid of this one. Though it's making us 14 gold, but that still doesn't knock us off. Or we could get rid of conscription. You know what? The units aren't actually going to be generating us that much money. +2 housing in all cities with at least 3 speciality districts. We kind of want to keep... Do we want to keep that one? No, because we are going to want both. +100% commercial hub district adjacency bonuses. Actually, that's going to deal with the money problems, which means that we can keep the +2 housing. And we can also get the 100% industrial zone adjacency bonuses, because we've been like focusing on both of those locations. So my money is going +31 to what? 15. So we did lose a bit of money, but as we get markets and stuff up and running, that will more than pay for itself. Okay, so what do we want to get next? Mercantilism is nice, because it gives us more production on camps. Civil engineering, build farms on grassland, hills and plains. Unlocks urban defenses, giving all of your cities an automatic... Is that an idea or a building thing rather than... Yeah, it must be. I'm going to double check that. But I think we're going to go with humanism. Let's have a look at urban defenses. I think that's actually like a city project. Urban warfare? No, it's not actually going to tell us. So you know when you go into the cities and then right at the very bottom of the list you have these projects. I reckon that urban warfare is one of those. Although it does say it grants you an automatic bonus. Oh, I don't know. Right, so Kamianka. What are we going to do with you? Harbour here probably? Though we wouldn't be able to get a commercial district adjacent then. We do, I think, want a harbour. So we have 2 on this side and several on this side. The other options are we could do industrial here, because then you're adjacent to resources, commercial here, harbour here, or here. 1, 2, 3. I can't quite reach that one. So it would have to be one of these 2. Do you have a campus? You do not. So you could do with a campus like here. Let's plan this out. Add pin. Because you never seem to take it anyway. So I'm going to put a campus there. Which means basically nothing else adjacent to you. I mean, the best location for an industrial zone, frankly, is here. It's adjacent to these 2 resources and 1, 2 hills as well. So we can make that okay industrial. Although that is stealing farmland from Care Tempest, but CT has a fair amount of plains, especially down here, so I don't think that's going to be too much of a problem. Has that not been farmed yet? Oh, mistake. Definitely need some more builders. So yeah, K Campus, K Industrial, which I guess means here would be the commercial. No, that you get a bonus from being adjacent to water. which I guess means that this should be the K commercial. Alright. We'll need to swap that tile to Kamianka. That's fine. And then you're also going to be getting a double bonus from that, and you're adjacent to the river for even more money. That's 3 districts and then a harbour somewhere, though it doesn't really matter where. Okay, that's fine. Right, so you are going to then... I don't really want to build that right now. I'm going to get you to build me a builder, because I can see that being super useful, actually. You guys are going to continue your inevitable advance forwards. That everything? That was everything. Okay. So it's only Scythia that really hates us right now. That's because we are kind of exploding in every other position. Out of necessity, our scholars are dividing methods for quickly copying books. Cool. And with that, I think I'm going to end this turn. No, this episode even. So thank you very much for watching. If you are enjoying this series, then please do hit that like button. If you haven't done so already, then please do consider subscribing. If you have any tips or advice for me, do let me know in the comments. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.